Hello, 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 my name is Jonathan Singer. You're watching my nappy roots, and if you got a little time, you might as well go back to my nappy roots, everyone. So it has been about 2 weeks, and I'm ready to take these braids out. My head is itching like crazy, so I can't wait to get in there and scratch, and wash. So I've already started, and I'm going to start over here because this is what I really want to show you, is how I take the little teeny tiny braids out in the front without pulling out the hairline. So just make sure that you're taking your time and not pulling the hair out. And this definitely, if your hair is dry, it will snap very easily. So you want to be making sure that you're oiling the braids, if not daily, every few days. And make sure you get all that extension hair out as well, because that will cause tangles. And as I go along, I take my big tooth comb and I work out the shed hair, because remember, your hair has been up for 2 weeks and you're going to have 2 weeks worth of shedding. That is absolutely normal, so don't panic if you have a ball of hair at the end. So just make sure you take your time and you go stitch by stitch. You can use the end of a comb like this, and you can go in, and that'll help you pull the stitch apart. But I prefer to use my fingers. And when you get up here to the front, this is a little bit tighter to the scalp, so you want to make sure that you're taking your time and you're getting underneath and lifting each stitch. But be very gentle. The hair around the perimeter is the most fragile and grows the slowest, so if you break that off, it's going to stay broken for a long time. Oh, that came right out. And gently go through and get out the knots, the tangles, and all the shed hair. Braids can be used as a great protective style to help maintain the length, retain the length, and help to grow out the hair. But if you have thin hair, I would not recommend this. If you have thin or fine hair, I would not recommend braids at all, because of the tension. And the way that my braider did this, you can see those small pieces of extension hair. It's not one long strand of hair. If you do it with pieces, it gives it a much more natural look. And I like to do this in front of the mirror so I can really see what I'm doing. It certainly helps. However, you do have to have the patience to stand here and look at yourself for an hour or two. I used to do this in front of the TV and not really be able to see what I was doing, and I would get to a tangle and just be pulling it out. But now if I look in the mirror, I can see what I'm doing, I can see where the tangle is, and I can work it out accordingly. And I can save as much hair as possible. That is the absolute secret to hair growth, is to save as much as possible, to retain as much as possible, to keep as much as possible on the head. And I made sure that I washed my hair, washed my braids a few days ago, so that there's none of that odor, and my hair is still very clean because of it. I don't have a ton of dirt buildup or oil buildup or product buildup or any of that, because I was definitely very mindful not to do those things anymore. A lot of them aren't necessary. And the only reason that I was using oil sheen in the beginning was to get the hairline to loosen up a little bit, because it was really tight. But after it loosened up, I didn't use it anymore. And now I'm back up to the front, and I'm making sure that I get underneath each stitch and lift it. Take as much time as necessary to do this correctly. It will save you a lot of grief in the long run. Right there, I can feel where that first little knot is. I'm going to just take my time and separate as much of my hair away from that knot as possible, and it comes right off. It comes right off, and my hairline is still there, still intact. And with every section, I like to go through, comb out any tangle, any shed hair, any leftover extension hair that may have gotten caught. This one is fairly loose, so it's coming out very easily. Which makes this go a lot faster. See how this is caught onto that? Just go up here, above that, and just pull those hairs apart, and then it'll fall right off. Because the more you get out the shed hair, the less shed hair you'll have clogging your sink or clogging your tub. So you want to be doing this as you go along. It makes it so much easier. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go take it all down off camera, and I'm going to come back and show you what I'm going to do next. So stay tuned. Back, my arm feels like it's about to freaking fall off. I was watching Thin Line Between Love and Hate, and I got through the whole movie taking down my hair, so it took me about two hours to get it all out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to really take my time and detangle and really make sure that I got as much of the shed hair and as much of the tangle out. I know, like, my afro puff is bigger than my head. I look like the Magnificent from the Boondocks. So I'm gonna just really go through it again and really make sure that I got as much of that out as possible. Because if you comb it out as much as possible, you won't have mat or tangle. And not only that, but you'll have less to clean out of your sink and out of your bathtub. So I guess there goes that good hair rumor, because I certainly don't have it. My hair is nappy, nappy, nappy. And I still have hair shedding out, so I'm going to just keep working it out until it's minimal. Imagine if I didn't have no relaxer, how big this would be. You know, I can't even imagine. It would be like taking over, like all you would see is a face and a mass of hair taking over the whole screen. Okay, there's that side. So that's the removal, so stay tuned for the post-care video coming up real soon. Stay tuned to my nappy roots because there's always much more on the way. Bye.